everyone, today I'm inviting you to crochet with me this fantastic easy Christmas garland. I already have several video tutorials how to make your Christmas more handmade and suitable for your home style. For example, this one I made in a rustic view, so it has more like rough textures. So you can make with different materials following the same pattern, and I'm sure you will love this pattern because it's super easy and fast. For this pattern you will need just any yarn. I'm using cotton, you can use acrylic or whatever yarn you have. For one Christmas tree you really need just a little bit of yarn, then a little bit even less for a stem. I'm using just another cotton yarn with the brown color, which is actually much thinner. For Christmas projects doesn't matter, it could be different colors, different sizes, they all look cute. I'm using these little stars that I took from Aldi. Sometimes people ask me where I take these small decorations, and I just glue some of the stars to put on my Christmas project. You can search your craft stores for small objects that make your crochet creations cuter. And the jute rope, you can use any normal yarn and chain the garland, but I wanted to use the jute rope because I think it suits the wood here and the colors. So anything you have in your mind. So let's get started. So we are going to start with our magic ring. Just grab the yarn and wrap around your index finger, make a cross, turn, and now you can grab the second yarn, turn, and you have your magic ring done. Now we are going to make 4 single crochet. Pull through 2, 1, 2, and the next one is 3 and 4. This pattern is very easy, so don't worry, you can master it fast. 4, pull the short end. Now you see something like that. Go with your hook under here is the normal loop, you go here and make 1 single crochet. Then we have a center here where all the single crochet came out, and put the yarn on top so you don't have to weave it later, and make 2 single crochet into this circle. And now here was our first single crochet, this one exactly. You go under both loops here and make 1 single crochet. So go, put the working yarn on top and make 1 single crochet. Right now chain 1 and turn your work. Make 1 single crochet into the back loop only. You have 2 loops, front and back. Into the back loop only and make 1 single crochet. Then into the second stitch you make into the back loop only another single crochet. Into the third we are making an increase, so into the back loop only you make 2 single crochet into the same loop, 1 and the second one, and 1 single crochet into the last. So right now we are at the end of this row. the tree looks like that. You can pull a bit the working yarn to make the hole smaller. And now you chain 1, turn your work, and into the very first stitch, into the back loop only, you insert your hook and make 1 single crochet. Then into the second one, sorry, here I missed 1 stitch, into the very first one, then the second one, then in the center stitch in the middle you make an increase, 1 increase in each row. So 2 single crochet into the same stitch in the center, and now I have 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet into the last stitch. So in total now I have 2, 4, 6. Now we are going to chain 1 and turn our work, make 1 single crochet into the very first one, then 2, and then here you can decide by yourself approximately in the center where you want to make an increase, because in some rows you will have equal number of stitches on the both sides of increase. Sometimes when you have even number you will have a little bit less, a little bit more, it doesn't matter. So I think here I make 1 and 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and then I will finish with 1 single crochet, 1, and into the last one. So the increase, it doesn't matter the exact stitch, it must be somewhere in the middle, in the center. Then chain 1, turn your work, make 1 single crochet into the back loop always, and then 2, and then 3, and normally what I do, I bend like that, and I can see that here is approximately my center, so I make my increase and I continue with single crochet into the back loop only. Then I chain 1. Sorry, my baby is crying. So I chain 1. Sorry, I forgot where I stopped. So as in all of these rows you repeat the same thing. You put like into the second loop after the hook, into the back loop only 1 single crochet, then you continue 2 single crochet, and then when you are approximately in the center you can pick up the stitch by folding and see which stitch, or just like with your eyes, and make an increase, then continue. And as you can guess, like that you can continue the size you want, as many as you want, it doesn't matter. So continue with 1 single crochet into the back loop only. It's really fast, you can make several garlands in 1 hour. It's super easy, but they are super effective. And if you add some shiny yarn or other decorations, you can make them really stunning and keep them for many years. And continue like that when I will be the same size. Normally I crochet as I have 7 of these things, 7 of these rows, and then I finish my tree. So I have finished my Christmas tree, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these rows, let's call them. They are not maybe the rows I have 14, then I have 7 of these ribs. So you can make it bigger, as I told you, just continue making increases. You can even create something like that depending on what's your final goal. And now I will not count the stitches. If you want, you can count. I just see approximately that this one is the center, so I think my stem will be nice here. And normally for the stem I use no more than 5 stitches. So here what I do is just I can chain 1 and simply cut the yarn just like that, and then I will hide this end on the back between these stitches. Normally I use tapestry needle. Right now I don't see any here, so I can just use smaller size hook, which is easier. You can use the same size hook, just go under a few stitches. Since this is just an ornament, you can even use hot glue if you don't like to weave the ends. So just go under a few stitches and then just cut your yarn. And since we already weave this end, you can just cut it short. So now, later you can also use vinyl glue, hairspray for keeping the shape. So you can use anything that makes it firm. This one is very thinner than the working yarn, you can see, but it still works for the stem. It doesn't have to be exactly the same style of yarn. So I think that these stitches will be pretty cool. So I never count the stitches, just put approximately in the center and then put the working yarn on top. Normally I always put on top, so I don't have to think about it later. At least I will have less yarn to hide. So I make 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe even this one, 4 stitches for the stem, and no more than 2 rows. So chain 1 and work in those 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, and the last one. And for this pattern it's more than enough. You can always make it longer if you wish to. Now just chain 1 and cut the yarn. This one you already can cut. And this one just as before between these stitches. just really few stitches, since no one will dress them, no one will do anything unless you want to crochet a toy. This one, just hide under few stitches and it will be perfect. Cut. So now my Christmas tree looks like this. It's really awesome. So this part, the top part, normally I love to put all the button or the ribbon. You can even use some beautiful Christmas ribbon. You can see, like, to make something like a flower, a star, even like this. Right now I don't know. And it will always look awesome. I will just use one of these stars that I love. What I do, I just unstick and then hot glue. This one actually is not perfect. This one is better. And that's it. You can use normal buttons, they also look awesome. And if you're using the yarn, I mean, you can make a garland with the yarn, for example, any yarn. So just go in the center and it's better to do like that. Keep that one behind. Then you can chain, so like this, 2, 3. If you don't want to use the cord or jute yarn or something thicker, you can always chain to make a garland. I'm using any yarn right now. You can use you can use anything actually to make the string. Even this yarn, it's very beautiful. It's okay, it's not yarn, ribbon. So you can chain as many as you want and then attach the second Christmas tree. So you create the garland like that. It's better, of course, to leave a longer tail than this one, so you can attach better the tree and create as many as you want. But before that, if you want them not to be so soft, put them inside or brush with vanilla glue. The glue like this, it's also called school glue, white liquid glue, and it will have a perfect shape. It will look like plastic. It will look it will not bend. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, join my group on Facebook, and all the social media like Pinterest, Telegram. I can reply in all of them as far as it suits you most. And I will try to prepare more Christmas tutorials since we have a lot of time. Thanks for watching and see you again. Bye bye.